I was listening to multiple podcasts before, and everyone's like, would you date one of your fans, or would you want to date somebody that's another influencer? How do you feel about that?
I don't think I want to date or they shouldn't tell me we're a fan until after.
Right.
Yeah, because
after you've been dating. Yeah, because it's kind of weird. Like, okay. So let's talk about your current life and what does a normal day in your life look like?
No day's the same. That's why I kind of snickle, because I'm like, now that I have like that freedom, I'm not in the teaching bubble.
Yes.
No day is the same.
That's beautiful.
Depending on if I have a project or not.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a project, then I have to follow that schedule. So for example, sometimes I do shootings like Netflix or whatever production company it is.
Yes.
So usually they're like, oh, you have to be here at this certain time, and then you're shooting all day. It's very tiring, but it's fun.
So does it last for a day, or do some projects last for like a week or a month? Like,
it just depends.
Okay.
Sometimes they need you for one day. Sometimes they need you for a couple of hours. Sometimes they need you for 3 days. The longest I've had was 3 days. And it was fun, but just the hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just strenuous.
Yeah. After that the third day, especially like living, in Incheon. And then the meeting spot may be in Gangnam, and you have to be there at 6:30, 7:30 in the morning, and the subway, and you have to get up even earlier. So, but then like you're on set and you may be there till like 1 in the morning. It just depends. Sometimes they try to get you out as soon as possible, but sometimes they need you there for 1 or 2 in the morning, and then sometimes they get you a hotel, or sometimes they just drive you back to Seoul or wherever the location is.
Of course.
And then you go home, you wake up, and you have to do
it all over again. See, even though it sounds hard, it also sounds like my dream life.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So it's not dull. It's not boring.
Right.
It's really fun, and that's what I love, because no day is the same.
So there is one personality test. It's called an Enneagram.
Never heard of it.
Okay, so basically it tells you like how you function as a person. I am an Enneagram 7, meaning that I need something new all the time. I cannot live an every day as the same day kind of life, because I will get bored. I will get burnt out and tired.
That's what happens.
So I was like going to say, maybe you're like very similar to me. And the fact that we are doing something new every single day, it keeps our fire going. It keeps the fuel going. It's exciting. It's important.
That's probably why I would like to travel.
Exactly.
Because,
something new every time. Even if you go to the same country, you could go to a different spot in the country, stay at a different hostel, hotel, whatever. Eat something different.
I don't like that hamster that site is like,
I can't.
This to me is, you're not living.
You're not. And for those of you who love the corporate world,
yeah, it works for you. Like that works for you.
Right. That makes you happy. But for people like us, like we need that excitement, that new, that fresh. Like it just brings us to
I feel
center.
alive. I actually feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Oh, when you said you feel alive?
Yeah. And then like my parents, they work, but they're not office workers.
Okay.
They're like, my mom, she's a gardener. She has a greenhouse. And then my dad, he's into like cowboy. So, like it's always outside. My think about it, my grandparents even outside. Like that's just
where your family's heart lies.
I've never seen myself working in an office. And I don't even feel like I look good in those suits.
Girl,
so
if I could just instead do the entertainment thing, or like and then travel when I want to, that would be even better.
Yeah.
So, that's where my heart is lying right now. That's the goals that I'm trying to get to. Just be somewhere in the entertainment industry and just work remotely. So
it's definitely possible, but like you have to do it yourself.
Absolutely.
Yeah, agencies, they don't really help you that much. I'm saying it because it just depends if they like you, if they don't like you, in the agency you're with.
Of course.
But most agencies, you're finding your own stuff. Yeah.
Which I don't mind. Like I'm good at talking to people. I'm good at networking.
Yeah, you are.
Like it's that's not the problem for me. The problem is I'm afraid to give up the steady income for the unknown.
Stability. Yeah. And I was there. I was there. So I definitely understand. But I knew, like, I didn't want to have that regret. Like, I didn't try. Crazy thing is, before I even moved abroad, it was like I kind of had, like, it kind of came to me. I remember I was in the car and I was like, I can't see myself having my kids and I'm saying, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And they're like, well, mommy, why didn't you do it? And then
come on now.
what am I going to tell them? I was scared. I got to try.
She just shot me twice.
So that's
love
really,
that. I love that. I'm gonna get there. I promise.
It's a step. Yeah. Like, I think this is the start, because you could have been scared to start your podcast. Like, well, what if nobody watches? What if, you know?
Because we got to start somewhere.
You got to start somewhere.
And this is my first step. So I think my next step is trusting myself to be able to find work.
Yeah. I think this is a great step, and it's a great setup that you have.
Thank you.
You ain't got to pay money for no studio.
That part. So what is the most interesting project that you've ever worked on? Something that's just like, oh, I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life.
Oh, yeah, I got that. Yes. So since Korea's gotten more popular, Hollywood is now looking at Korea.
Okay.
So they're investing more money into Korea. And so it brings projects.
Of course.
So I didn't know, because actually I wasn't even going to apply. My friend suggest you should apply for this.
Come on, friends.
Shout out, yes.
Dope. Shout out to the friends.
Yes. And like, I think 2 people told me, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. Like, cause I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I ended up getting it. I just had to apply because they needed a driver. I thought I was going to drive people around, not thinking I was going to be in the film.
Ah, I see.
Because they said, can you drive like a big truck, like a SUV or something? I'm like, oh yeah, I can drive that. So I ended up being in an Amazon Prime film.
Nice.
Yeah. It's really cool. And I got to meet a lot of people from Hollywood.
Wow.
Didn't even know, like, people who had been in like big movies that you've seen. I'm not going to say much, but
you don't have to
until they publicize it.
Of course.
Yeah, I got to meet some famous Korean people.
Nice.
There's one Korean guy. I don't know his name, but he's he's a very handsome man. Very handsome. He has like the ponytail. He was in Money Heist, Korean Money Heist.
That man is fine. I know exactly who you're talking about. He is fine.
So he was at he was at like not the launch party, but when they finished shooting the production.
I saw you posted that.
Yeah.
Jealous.
I didn't know he was going to be there.
Yes.
He was there. Then the other Korean American guy was there. So it's just being in those spaces that I'm not forcing myself in. I just got in there and he was there. I was thinking about asking to take a picture with him. I was like, no, I don't want to.
I don't want to be that person.
I should have, because
girl.
Yeah, I should have.
I literally passed. Do you know Ok Taecyeon?
No.
Okay, he's an actor.
Okay.
And he's from Canada.
Okay, which shows?
Let's see. Do you know Vincenzo?
No. I'm a K-drama person. Sorry.
It's totally fine. Okay.
Itaewon class. I know Itaewon class.
No. I'll show you later. I will show you later.
Okay.
But he's very famous actor here, and he was working in Dongyeonchan where I lived, and no one comes out there. No one. I was walking home, just minding my own business. I was wearing this big, bright ass blue dress, like, and my red hair is like,
oh my goodness,
sticking out like a whole.
Yeah, you stuck out,
girl. It was an African print dress, not only big and blue, it's African print.
Oh my goodness, what a day!
Oh gosh, and so like I was just walking down, and there was just this big group of people with cameras. I was like, oh okay, like maybe it's like students filming something. I was just like, all right, whatever. And then like I'm walking, and I turn, I see him, I'm like, hi. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I really love you. I mean, I love your work. And he was like, he said, thank you. I appreciate that. And I did not ask for a picture, and I should have, because I wanted like
that memory and that proof that you've met him. Yeah.
And I was just like, dang, like he probably would have said yes.
Yeah.
Because he said, he was kind about me just stopping and talking to him.
Yeah.
So he would have said yes.
The fact that they were on the street like that, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I feel like, in a place like that, it was like Dongyeonchan is like just straight up old people. Like nobody probably knew who that man was. Yeah, there's a few young people in that area, but like probably rare that they are watching, the newer dramas.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I regretted that. So like, even like, you don't have to be a crazy fan, you know? Can I get a picture with you? Is that okay? Because the worst that they can say is no. But if you don't even ask.
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah,
you don't.
You have that what if, and it's gonna.
It stays. It has literally stayed
I got a
here.
Picture, I got a video to show that I was in the same space. Like, I at least try to do that.
Now you're in this industry. You're having a great time. You're doing things that are different, and you're loving what you do. How are you feeling these days in regards to when you first got here to where you are now?
It's been good and bad depending on the category.
Okay.
So financially, not financially stable.
Okay.
Like with the teacher, like
Yes.
you're
When it's
getting that.
coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or like the free housing if you choose to take, or they give you the stipend. So that stability is gone in a way. Yeah, unless you were like really prepared, like you became this super professional YouTuber. Some teachers do it, like they start their YouTube and they hit the ground running, and they may have to do like part-time teaching or something
course.
until but me, I didn't do YouTube. I tried to do YouTube, but then I just got discouraged. I was like, I'm not seeing it. But in that way, it's shaky because you have your good months, you have your low months. So most models, which I've learned, is that during the summer, spring, that's the peak season. And then
Okay.
winter hits is
Low
slow.
season, right.
Yeah. So you have to know, okay, what are you going to do? You have to like make that money stretch, or you have something else coming in. When it comes to the freedom wise, it's good. I like the liberty I have to create and work with different people. And once again, every day is not the same.
Of course.
I love that. That was really miserable when it came to teaching that structured and the same thing every day for 3 years. The kids change. They just go.
Yes.
That's
but you're
why,
teaching the same
yeah,
thing.
you're teaching the same thing, the same games, the same. I just like, okay, there's more to life. So
See, I just want to be where you are so bad.
you will be. But I think it's smart to make sure you have that savings. You have that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Because like to be able to afford this, I know like I can't just be like living on a prayer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean I can, but
you need the check too.
Got to be prepared in every way.
Yeah. But it definitely, like when you're put in that position, it's fire for you to work. Like you have to. You
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can you do part-time jobs and like other spaces?
Depending on what it is, it has to be in that creative.
Creative field.
Yeah,
Okay.
like I can't be on the E6 visa, art visa, and working.
Be a barista.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess. Yeah, I guess so. Be a barista. I can go take pictures of the baristas, or like still be teaching things like that.
But
like,
you're still limited to kind of what you can do. Interesting.
Yeah, but it does give you that liberty, and then. Yeah, I think if you really like it and you're good, you're fine. You network.
So, how do you balance your personal life with your work life, or do you just like move it in where you can?
I move it in where I can. It just depends. And I think this is for all models because, like, when I hang out with my other model friends, or they're models, I'm a content creator, but we're like, okay, let's go to the cafe Friday or Wednesday. And then the thing is, you don't know when you're gonna get that next gig. So when it comes, you take it. And so we'll like text, oh, I'm sorry, like I gotta shoot.
Right.
Can we reschedule? And we understand because we're in that. Like, oh yeah, girl, yeah, go get your money.
Bag.
Yeah.
Facts.
So you're just flexible. Some people understand it, some don't. Like I remember one time I had one friend and they didn't understand, like, because we had planned to hang out. And then I got a call for a 3-day shoot.
Yeah.
I don't always get 3-day shoots. So I had to take
good money.
Yeah, it's good money. And they were upset with me. And I was like, but I really needed that.
Right.
Like, I needed it. So they calmed down. I gave them a present and they.
I bet. Let me coach you a little bit. I get like, but just be careful.
Yes.
With people like that.
Yeah. I'm really like a chill person. I spend most of my time by myself because I like to create, I like to think. So it gives me that time.
Absolutely.
And then I do have the times where I hang out with my friends. And I mean, maybe it looks like a lot, but really it's not.
Yeah.
Because I actually prefer that time to create. And I know when I'm always with my friends, I may not get the shot or it's mostly the shot. Like I may not get the shots that I need because I want to focus. I want to also give them attention.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And they get it. Because we all working. We're all trying to, make it.
It is really good to surround yourself with people who are doing the same thing that you're doing because there's an understanding there.
Yeah.
And I think that's why a lot of like actors fall in love with each other and, like people who are in the industry fall in love with each other because they get it. They know, it's harder to deal with people outside of an industry than it is.
Yeah, because they don't understand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so interesting. I was listening to multiple podcasts before, and everyone's like, would you date one of your fans? Or would you want to date somebody that's another influencer? How do you feel about that?
I don't think I want to date a fan, or they shouldn't tell me I want a fan until after.
Right.
Yeah, because
after you've been dating. Yeah, because it's kind of weird. Like, okay.
I don't think it matters to me.
Beautiful. Good answer.
As long as they're understanding.
Absolutely.
Yes.
As long as they have empathy and they realize that what you're doing is important to you.
Yeah. I think to me, that's what matters.
Good.
And I'm just trying to think, if I was dating another influencer, like, what would that be like? I have no idea.
You might be like the couple influencers, like.
Yeah, I mean, but I guess I'm thinking, like, even though if I'm an influencer and he's in my vlogs, then he kind of becomes part of that.
Yeah. So it's no longer just you. Now it's
you guys. Because they're going to see him. Like, he may not be in every video, but they're like, oh, yeah, we know that they're together. So.
Well, some couples make it really big just being a couple.
Yeah.
It
has to be it doesn't have to be, but usually like.
Yeah, usually they're funny and quirky
there's a funny
and cute.
one. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, think about it. You never know.
I've never thought about that. Because everyone I've spoken to, I don't see myself as an influencer.
You're an influencer.
Creator.
You're
to me, if it was someone like, I don't know.
Of course, there's different levels of influencer, but at the end of the day, you're an influencer. You're influencing people to come to Korea and experience and enjoy life of Korea.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'd never see. I love creating and.
Right. You're just doing what you love, but you're influencing people to also come and love Korea.
Because I'm thinking you have to have I don't have a lot of followers. I don't. So to me. But I guess it doesn't. They told me I'm a micro.
Yeah. If we're putting ourselves out there and we're talking about something that we enjoy, we're influencers.
That's
because
true.
we are influencing people to do something.
We're all influencers.
Now whether we're a high level influencer or, like, I'm a very low level influencer, right?
Oh, you'll get there. Like,
exactly. Yeah. And I know that will happen when it's supposed to happen. Like, I'm preparing myself to be ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
You have to be ready. Like, that's when it comes, because if the opportunity comes and you're not prepared, it's just like
you're just out there flapping around looking crazy.
It's gonna pass you by. You weren't ready.
Exactly. And nobody's got time for that. Let's do a segment called What If. This is if life was like this, what would you do? This can be a quick round, like quick questions, or it could be a long round. So whatever is up to you. All right. So first, what if you could create a content series exploring hidden gems in Korea that most tourists don't know about? Which places would you feature and why?
Girl, I feel like I'm already doing that.
Facts.
I know that. I'm so excited because I know this. So even though I live in Korea, like, I'm Black, and wherever I go, you Google, what's it like to be Black there? And that's touching to my heart.
Yeah.
So when I come to Korea, I'm always looking for where the Black people, that community, for support. I don't have to be with them all the time, but that support.
You still need it. Absolutely.
Yes, for my mental health.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. I just had the idea, I should start showing people where they can get African food in Seoul.
I'm so happy you did that. We literally, because of your video, we were like, we have to go here. There's more African food. It's not just happy home.
Yeah. No.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I need to hit. I'm gonna get to happy home. I haven't gotten there yet, but
go there.
I've been trying to go to other places, and then like making friends. They're like, because I had no idea there was a Ghanaian restaurant in Incheon.
Right.
But my Ghanaian friend was the one. He said, there's a Ghanaian. And I'm like, why is it in Incheon? He's like, we don't know. But yeah, I went and it was nice. It felt like a home. Like you went to your auntie, your mom's home. Like the little girl was just in the cabinet, So I was like, I'm doing it because it's something I enjoy.
Absolutely.
But also I want people to know that there are Black people here. Like, it's not like there is culture here.
Yes, not just Americans. Literally Black people from everywhere.
Yeah.
So, that's awesome. Love that.
I'm glad I was able to answer that question.
Yes, you'll be able to answer all of them, I promise. Because they are catered for you.
Oh, thank you.
You're
okay.
All right, number 2. What if you had the chance to collaborate with a famous Korean artist? What kind of content would you create together? Who would it be? And then what kind of content would you create?
I know that too. dang it, I got 2.
Okay, well, just tell me both.
Okay. I like Cold. I like his music. It's chill. It's just a good pace for me. And I like the videos I've seen. Now, I haven't seen all his work, but the
Right.
ones I've seen, I like him. Like,
Great.
I would spend money to go see him perform.
Nice.
Which is not common. Yeah.
Facts.
Him and Bong Joon-ho.
Who is that?
Bong Joon-ho is filmmaker who did Parasite that won the Oscar. You know Parasite. So I have to say Parasite now. Yeah, actually, that is why I came to Korea. Like, I saw his film in 2018.
Okay.
Called Mother.
Have
you heard?
I heard of it. I did not see it, but I heard of it.
And within like the first opening scene, I was like, this is going to be a great film. Whoever did it, it's a great cinematographer and a great director. Where are they from? And I found out they were Korean, didn't know anything about Korean, just Google. And I was like, okay, I'm going to Korea. So yeah, I would love to work with him. I love I feel like me and him have the similar sense of humor. I love dark comedy. And he does a lot of dark sense of humor. I like his work a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, love that. Next one. What if you could organize a meetup event for your followers in Korea? What activities or themes would you include to make it memorable?
Okay. So I don't think you knew me at the time, but a year and a half ago, I actually did put together an event. It was the Black Girls in Art Spaces. I hosted that. That was my first time like taking leadership like that.
Do it again.
People ask me, they're like, are you going to do another one? They just had a good time. Girl, I planned that in 1 week.
For real, go ahead. Okay.
Though the girl reached out to me who's over it and she wanted to like get international with it. And I said, yeah, I can do it. I found out that artist had his work up. It was timing.
Of course.
The gallery was free. So I said, cool, nobody's gonna have to pay. They just gotta show up.
That's awesome.
I said, can we do it this weekend? And she said, she thought the girl back in the States said, that's too soon. Let's do it the following weekend. I said, we can't because it's Christmas. Right. People are gonna be gone.
Okay.
It's either this Saturday or not. Never. Now or never. Yes. She said, okay. That flyer that she created, I just put it in the Facebook group. Yes. Posted on my IG. Thanks to you guys resharing, posting. Yes. And that's what brought the crowd. So I think if I was to do something, it would be similar to that. Yeah, because it was a beautiful, like, wonderful, like, I wasn't expecting that turnout.
That's wonderful.
And then after that, people like went to cafes, went out to eat together, made friends. Yeah.
So if I know about it early enough, I'm always planning things like far in advance because here in Korea, I feel like you have to. Like, I plan hangouts months in advance with my friends. It's insane.
I'm scared to do that because
like things happen, but I'm also very spontaneous with it. But I can't be spontaneous if I have something already planned, so it's like, I have to be both, I have to be a planner and a spontaneous person, which I am. So if I'm available, I'm coming. No questions asked.
Okay. It would have been nice. I don't think I knew you at the time, but yeah.
Next one. What if you could partner with a Korean language school to create content about learning Korean? How would you make the content engaging and helpful?
Okay, I thought you were asking me what school. Dang it. Okay, because I already knew what university.
You can add that into.
Okay, it would be Sogang.
Okay.
I've heard nothing but good things about their language program.
Nice.
Especially when it comes to speaking Korean.
Okay.
Yeah, because most language programs, they like the book-wise.
Yes.
But Sogang, from what I've heard, is they teach you actual real life, like conversation, which is what you need.
I'm going there.
Yes. So I would definitely partner with them. And it's not a big school. It's a small size or medium size.
Is it expensive?
I don't know.
Okay.
But they always say school in Korea is cheap. So yeah. But a lot of people I know, like influencers, they've gone there.
Good.
So I'd partner with Sogang and then create like multicultural different scenarios.
Nice.
Especially, oh my goodness. Like what I've noticed, especially as a teacher and then just being in Korea, Koreans, they learn English, but not the context.
Yes.
It lacks so much.
Yes.
So creating content around context.
Yes. That's good. The fact that our grammar structure is so completely, it's the opposite,
yes.
Learning things in context is much better anyways.
Just the social skills, social outings, because I feel like it would help. It would definitely be more beneficial.
For sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, well, get it done. These are goals.
Yeah,
Thoughts.
these are some good questions. Wow.
Okay, the last one. What if you could explore the impact of Korean pop culture on expats living in Korea? What aspects of K-pop, K-dramas, or Korean fashion would you focus on?
I think I would focus on the level of influence that it has had on that
Absolutely.
expat. Yeah.
For me, right, K-pop has influenced me on getting to Korea, right? If you were maybe interviewing those people, how did that particular thing impact them so much that they had to come here to Korea?
Yeah.
Like, how would you talk to people about that? Would you do it in a series? Would you maybe just do interviews? Like, how would you go about gathering all of that information?
You know, all I could think, I would probably do like how Jerry does and just ask them.
Okay, just do regular interviews.
But I would probably incorporate like B-roll, which is like showing them do it. For example, if someone's like, I was really into K-pop, I would get shots of her or him
at like a concert.
Yeah, concert, dance classes, whatever.
That would actually be awesome. That's a really good idea.
Because everybody's just not a listen. Some people are visual, so to see how strong that K-pop was, that now they're taking K-pop classes or they're at K-pop training or whatever it is. Yeah,
that's a really cool idea.
Yeah, you should go for it.
No, not me. I'm good. Like, I know where my heart lies.
Podcast. Yeah, she loves this podcast.
Okay, like, this is it. Like, but those were some amazing answers to the what if. Good
amazing
job.
questions.
Oh,
and definitely like research. That's good. Yeah.
What is your future plans? What does the future hold for you here in Korea?
I have no idea, to be honest with you today. I don't.
Right.
I don't know. I'm taking it step by day by day,
Absolutely.
month by month. I have my visa, so I think that's kind of how I'm timing myself.
Yes.
Because I'm still figuring it out.
Absolutely.
Myself, and that's something I've learned. Because I put a lot of pressure on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my cousin telling me, like, after I had graduated years ago, like, you're never gonna have it all figured out.
Right. That part.
So I have to remind myself, I'm never going to have it all figured out, but what is your end goal?
Yes.
Yeah. And I know my end goal is not to be working in an office. Like, I keep seeing myself like freely doing projects, and I'm doing that now.
Yes.
But I want to do it on a bigger scale.
And when you say bigger scale, do you mean bigger scale here in Korea or bigger scale internationally?
Internationally. Yes.
Go girly.
Because I still have like a heart for, people of color. And
absolutely.
Our story is not being told.
Absolutely.
And if it is, it's in this box. And that bothers me. And the fact that I've been on Korean sets as extras and I know how not saying they look at us in a negative way.
Yeah.
But
the stereotypes.
Yeah. And it's so much more.
We are so much more.
Yes.
And it's crazy because I'm one of the first, like, even with my Korean friends that I have, you've told me I'm one of the first Black people that they've ever hung out with or ever like actually been around for a long time. And I'm grateful because I want to be that good experience for them. A lot of people are like, yeah, I'm afraid sometimes to go up and talk to Black people, but your face
Did
looks
they ever
like,
say why?
They were saying face. Like they said my
smile.
face looks inviting. Like, and so it's not that like we don't smile, but it's just, some of us have very like,
I know that. Yeah.
Yeah. Got either very strong facial features or sometimes we have a lot of people who got like the RBF, so it can be quite intimidating if you don't immediately smile at people. So they don't know whether they can come up and talk to us or not.
So I need to practice. Hi. Yeah. Okay.
Just like, even if you're not showing your teeth, just like,
okay,
curling up the corners of your mouth.
I be so busy trying to fight for a seat on the subway.
But like me, I'm always like, I'm also a very random person too. So like I'm walking down the street, like singing a little bit, dancing. So I am
That's just who you
Exactly.
are.
I
Yeah.
radiate, like, come talk to me.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. That's
So
good.
it's not for everybody. And I know everybody's not gonna be like that, but just doing something that makes you a little bit more inviting. You know, you don't have to be exactly like me because we're not. We're different human
you
beings.
have to do what you're inviting.
Exactly.
Thing. Yeah.
Whatever that means for you, whether it's like giving people eye contact or smiling just a little bit more.
Mine is compliments.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
If there's something that someone has on that I like, I'm just like, I really like that.
Koreans freaking love compliments, bro. Like, especially from us, because they feel like, you know, it's a stereotype thing, but it is what it is. They think we're like the cool trendsetters and, you know, like the start of everything. So when they get compliments from us, they're like, oh, shoot, I actually, you know, I look good, you know, like something is actually real, because, you know, we don't BS out here in these streets. Like,
that's true. Yeah, I like it. And it makes me feel good because I see that, man, they like their whole body language just changes.
It does, because they feel, okay, I can talk to them.
Yeah.
Now
it does. Yeah. I've never thought about that.
It is, because I've actually had this conversation. I do a lot of open conversations with my Korean friends because I actively want to know what's happening, like why they think this way, why do, like, you know, so even if they don't think this way, like they have insight to why other people may think that way.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm very curious as to why things are, and I'm not afraid to ask.
That's good.
Like, you know, so I'll give you like the reasons why people treat people like that. And it's usually like they treat us that way because they think we're cool, but they're afraid to come up and talk to us. Because not all of us are as
I guess it's
inviting.
The facial. Yeah. I've heard somebody say, like, when in the Black community, like, we need to smile more. Like,
girl, because even I walk down the streets past foreigners and they don't wave nothing. I'm like,
I used
we're
to
two
do
black
that, but I
people
just
here.
stopped because I don't know I look at their facial expression and they don't look
inviting at all.
I'm like, okay, I'm not going to say anything. But if they give me eye contact, then
Girl, I've hit some girls with smiles and they just death stare me. I'm just like, dude, like, we're both two black women in Korea. Can we not at least acknowledge each other? So think about it. If it's like that for us, think about it like what it's like for them.
That's true. Yeah. Because if I see a black, I do want to. If you see me, like, I like saying hi.
Same. I want a head nod.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we go like this, they go like this, we do this.
Right.
Literally, it's just the opposite. We are like, hey, girl, hey, you know, what's up? I see you. And they go, oh, hey, 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 hey. That's the first thing I noticed when I got here to Korea.
Oh my goodness, I never thought about it. You know what? I was walking with a Mexican girl one time, and there was a black lady that walked down, and I said, hello. She said, hello. And so I asked the Mexican girl, I said, do you do that? She was like, do what? I said, when you see another like Mexican Spanish person, do you say hi? And she's like, no. She's like, I thought you knew that girl. I said, no. I said, I just speak because she's black. She's like, what?
It's just what we do.
Yeah,
like,
I thought everybody.
But also it's because we're from the South.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure. You know, people up north don't acknowledge each other like that.
I don't know.
I know. I've been up north. Okay. You know, like they don't acknowledge us. They're not as friendly. Like in the South, we're always saying, like, we're being, hey, sweetheart, like, hey, honey, how you doing? You know, we're Southern belles, you know, like we can't help it. So, you know, that has translated over here in Korea too, you know, so it all comes together. But yeah, so I think if we're just a little bit more inviting, then we could potentially make deeper connections with Korean people. I think so. Any advice for people that are looking to come and do something similar, like either be models, content creators? Like what advice would you give them?
I would say do your research.
Absolutely.
Come with a goal.
Yes.
You have to have that goal. Like, I'm coming to Korea for this. If not, you're going to get caught up in the fun.
Yes.
And then you'll be in Korea forever, or
because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So make sure you stay focused on that goal. Remember to know who you are.
Yes.
Because
absolutely.
Korea is very like homogeneous. And so you may feel like, oh, I don't fit the box. Let me start changing myself. Change yourself for the positive. Like if you want to do it.
Yes.
Yes. But not to try to be accepted into a society where everything's free size. Like, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I say, yeah, do your research. It's really good to network because you learn the ins, you know, like what's going on. Like, you don't have to pay for, like, I probably wouldn't have not known I don't have to pay for a visa if my friends did not tell me.
Right.
You don't do that.
Ask the questions. Don't be afraid to ask those questions.
And just don't be afraid to try.
Say yes to the opportunity.
Yes.
I will say this every episode until y'all get it. Because I don't think you get it.
So yes.
That's amazing. Great advice. Thank you for that.
No problem.
We are ending our show here. So
it was so much fun.
Thank you for coming on the show. It was such a great time.
It was. I'm glad I did it because I was like, I can't cancel on her again. We keep planning, do we cancel? Yeah. So I'm glad we finally got it done.
And the understanding between both of us was beautiful.
Yeah.
We didn't pressure each other to like have to be here.
Yeah, you didn't. Thank you so much.
I got you.
Yeah. And it was fun. It was,
I really enjoyed it.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
My first podcast.
Hey, let's get it. I'm honored. I am honored to have you here. So tell us where we can find you, your socials and everything.
If you have any more questions or any way I can help you, you can find me on my Instagram, which is my name, Yolissma, Yolissma.
It's a beautiful name, by the way. You're welcome.
Thank you. Just type it and then I'll pop up somehow.
I'll make sure to put your also your content
Thank
down
you so
below.
much.
I got you.
Oh my goodness, thank you. And if you need a content creator or photographers for something, hit me up.
She got you. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Passport to Perspectives. We enjoyed having you here. Please follow us on Instagram, on Patreon. Also, if you would like to comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, I would truly appreciate that as well. And I hope you all have a beautiful day or evening wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.